save me some.
Hello, my friends. How you doing today? I am doing well, and I got some packages. I got packages that I have to open up, and I have to scan in, and I have to catalog, because if not, then the Alzheimer is gonna set in. I'm gonna buying the same titles over again. Packages falling. Packages are falling. That's a sign. That's a sign for me to shut up and get going. When the packages are hitting the ground, and that's a sign. That's a sign. But yeah, if I don't open these things up in front of you, then it doesn't exist. That's what I do on this channel. I open up physical media. Toys, movies, CDs, Blu-rays, 4Ks, whatever, you know, and I tell little stories, because movies are memories, and whatever's in these boxes is probably a little piece of my life in some way, shape, or form. So I do have a box here with nothing on. Oh, wait a minute, blow out of here video, and blow out of here video. Usually I purchase everything in threes, so let's see what I got. Okay, oh. All right, well, technically, this is not in 3. This is a 1. Okay, this is the Beverly Hills Cop. Wait, getting a little... All right. Hold on a second. I'm getting a... Okay, thank you. All right, I'll check that later. Okay. Yeah, this is the Beverly Hills Cop 3-movie collection. Now, I bought... What happened was I bought this on... I bought the Blu-ray collection that came out, and I was satisfied with that. And I'm not really a 4K guy, but then what happened was they released 48 hours collection on 4K, and I was like, well, you know, I don't have 48 hours on a Blu-ray yet, so I'd be upgrading it. So when I went to go upgrade the Blu-ray to 4K. Wait a minute. When I went to upgrade, when I went to go upgrade the DVD to Blu-ray, I realized that the best way to go about it would be to get the 4K Blu-ray combo pack. But then I was like, I was feeling a little buyer's remorse. I was feeling like I should have purchased the 4K Blu-ray box set of Beverly Hills Cop, because I do have trading places. And back in the day, I was a big Eddie Murphy fan. All of his older movies, not so much the newer ones that he's been putting out lately, but the older ones were absolutely fantastic. So I just felt like I needed to upgrade this. Now, am I ever going to watch the 4K? Probably not, okay? Did I really need to buy this? What I thought was kind of cool, too, is that the other thing I have, the Blu-ray, which I should have brought it over here. The Blu-ray is one individual, like, set thing. You know, you open up, you get the 3 discs inside. This one is actually set up in 3 separate housings, so you get cover art for each one of the movies, which I thought was kind of cool. So I grabbed it. But usually I buy them in 3, so that means they shipped that one because that was bigger, and then they would have shipped the other stuff separately. And I do have another blowout here video right here that can't. So what do they do? Ship them individually? Is that what happened with this thing? Let's see. Next one is a copy of Dream a Little Dream. Now, I will tell you, yes, it was a buy in 3. This was the 3rd one. And the reason why I know that this is the 3rd one is because I already own Dream a Little Dream on Blu-ray and DVD. This is a just in case. If you watch my channel, you know that there are certain movies that I absolutely love, and I don't want anything to ever happen to my physical media. So sometimes in my crazy collecting head, I'm like, what if I accidentally drop a disc? What if I accidentally scratch a disc? Which has never happened to me. That's another thing I gotta throw out there. It's never happened where I've ever dropped a disc. It's never happened where I've scratched a disc. It's never happened where I've left a disc around and something's happened to the disc. That's never happened. But in my crazy head, my crazy collecting physical media head, if something was to happen to my Dream a Little Dream other Blu-ray, I would be heartbroken, okay? And then the deal would be is that more than likely by the time that happens, which will probably be like 5-6 years from now, I wouldn't be able to find another copy of this for probably, you know, the price that I paid for it. I believe with the buy 3 get 1 20% off. I believe I only paid like maybe $5, $6 for this thing, maybe less. Okay, I'm not a mathematician here, but this is one of those movies that is just absolutely amazing. This is the movie that I believe between this, License to Drive, Lost Boys, what was the last one? There was one more. Oh, Can't Buy Me Love. If there was a record for going to see a movie in the movie theater, I believe that those movies that I just named right there, I may have beaten that record, because I would get out of school at, what year did this thing come out? Oh my God, this one, 1989. 1989. So I would get out of school. There was a hole in the fence behind my school where you can go right to the mall where the movie theater was. At the time, the movie was $2.50 to go see a movie. Popcorn was, forget about it. Okay, I never bought popcorn. I never bought any sodas. I never bought any of that stuff. I didn't even try to sneak any in. I would just go directly from school, go through the fence, go right in through the back door of the movie theater, go buy my ticket. Okay, I paid for my ticket with my lunch money, and I would go see the movie every single day, including the weekends. And sometimes on the weekends, I'd go see the movie 2 or 3 times. Like, I'd go... It was funny and crazy at the same time, because there were certain movies where I would like a Can't Buy Me Love, I think was the number one for me, because I would go buy a ticket, we'll go see Can't Buy Me Love, movie would finish, I would leave, go back to the box office, buy another ticket, go back in, sit down again, leave the movie, go back and buy another ticket. I believe I got it maxed at 3 times in a day. That was what Can't Buy Me Love. And I would just sit there and watch them over and over and over again. And this was one of the other titles. For some reason, I had one of these. I had a major Corey Haim, Corey Feldman infatuation back in the day, and I just absolutely loved every single movie they did. There just wasn't a movie that they could do wrong that hit the theaters. You know, if it hit the theaters, like The Lost Boys or A Dream a Little Dream or A License to Drive, to me, I thought they were just amazing movies. Because I think it was because they had a lot to do with being a teenager, you know, and I was going through kind of the same kind of things that they were going through in certain ways. So I could, it was very relatable as a going into high school, middle school, high school, going into that kind of thing. I could relate. So I loved going to these movies. Plus, it was at the time, I believe when I turned 12, I got permission from my father. He's like, you know, if you want to go to the movies or walk to the movies, or go, when you're 12 years old, you can walk to the movies, you can go to the movies. You got that freedom to walk the neighborhood at 12 years old and go see whatever you want to go see or do whatever you want to go do. And yeah, I lived at the movie theater, because being at the movie theater was a hell of a lot better than being at home. Okay, the fight scenes were probably a lot more intense at home, but I would be at the movies anyway. Okay, and the last is a Blow Out of Here video. So did I buy 4 from Blow Out of Here video? 4? This is gonna be the last one. But I usually buy 3, get 1. So it's usually the sale is if you buy 2, you get the third one for 20% off. But if you buy more than that, I believe they actually do a little bit better. So I don't know exactly what I did here. So let's find out. Find out exactly what. Yes. Here it is. That's what I did. That's exactly what I did. All right. Here is the 48 hours Blu-ray 4K digital HD of 48 hours and another 48 hours. This was my upgrade, and that's why I ended up getting Beverly Hills Cop. So yeah, I must have bought 4 from them, because I have another title in my hand, last title. But this was the purpose for me to use Blow Out of Here video, was to get this 48 hours, and then the other one was to get the Beverly Hills Cop. Dream a Little Dream was just a little extra, and then this one was one that I have on Blu-ray, but I wanted to upgrade to 4K just because it's a classic. It's a classic, and I like the cover art. I like the cover art. I like the cover. I like the bright color with the black background. You guys gotta understand that. Listen, there's a method to my madness, and when I see physical media, the pictures, the cover, it's like art to me. It's like art. It's like the toy collecting. It's art. You know, whatever I'm into, it's a form of art. Like, I think that somebody put their time and effort into doing something, and I could physically have and keep it for the rest of my life. That's a cool thing. That's a cool thing to have. You can't hold a stream. Okay, you can't hold a Hulu or a Netflix. You can't admire the cover art from afar. You know what I mean? You could scroll through the pictures and be like, oh yeah, there it is. That is that one. Is that one? But it's not the same. It's just not the same. And the movie is Who Framed Roger Rabbit on 4K. Now, listen, I know this has been out for a while. It's been out for a long time, but I waited. I waited because I thought the price was ridiculous. I thought the prices were just way too expensive. I didn't need the 4K. I wanted the Blu-ray, but I wanted the box, the casing with the new cover art, and that's where I went with that. So I was like, I waited, and I waited, and I waited. And then finally, when it was time to purchase these other movies, I was like, okay, well, I got to find one more. And there it was. And I was like, okay, I'm going to go for a Who Framed Roger Rabbit Ultimate Collector's Edition. And what do we get on here? What was that? On the 4K Ultra HD, we got a bunch of stuff that I cannot even read. It's all commentaries. 4K restoration. Yeah, commentary stuff. But Blu-ray stuff, we got audio commentaries. We got Roger Rabbit shorts. We got deleted scenes. We got who made Roger Rabbit. Before and after tune stand-ins. That'd be kind of cool. Is that what are they going to show us all of the? Because the cool part of Roger Rabbit. Okay, let me tell you something right now. And I always thought the cool part was the funny cameo appearances by all of my cartoon stars as a child. Okay. I don't know about you, but when I saw Who Framed Roger Rabbit for the first time, and all of a sudden I saw Bugs Bunny pop up, or Yosemite Sam, or Betty Boop, or whatever, I was like, oh, it's Betty Boop, it's Yosemite Sam. I believe there's a part where, if I remember correctly, where the guy is I think he's falling or whatever, and all of a sudden here comes Bugs Bunny with a parachute on, going to give him a parachute, but listen, it was just cool. Plus. And they're gonna say it on the cover because I'm having a complete brain fart. Christopher Lloyd is in this in his prime Back to the Future acting career. You know, there was nothing that Christopher Lloyd couldn't do back. Who remembers the Dream Team? Okay, with Christopher Lloyd. Christopher Lloyd was just like the man back in the day, and he made Roger Rabbit. I think the villain that he played in this thing with the dip and everything, awesome. Just awesome. And with that said, my friends, yeah, if you're having a hard time finding your physical media, go to Blow Out of Here Video. That's where you want to go. They have not steered me wrong yet. Their prices are the lowest that I found for brand new factory seal releases. These are brand new, factory sealed. Okay, these are not previously viewed. These are not scratched. These are not. There's nothing. If they're gonna get scratched, they're gonna get scratched by me, and I'd rather have it be that way. I'd rather have me be the man that does the scratching instead of somebody else when I purchase my media. So yeah, Blow Out here. They've been knocking it out of the park with the brand new releases. The only one I've been battling with is I'm still on the hunt for this silly Abyss. This James Cameron release of The Abyss. And I've never seen The Abyss, but I'm still hunting for it. But for some reason, Blow Out Here Video never got it. I think out of all of the titles that James Cameron released, I think The Abyss, they probably released the least amount because I can't find it anywhere. And I am not going to pay $60 for a movie I've never seen before. And if I remember correctly, my father went to go see The Abyss, or he rented The Abyss when it was on VHS or whatever it was, and he absolutely loved it. So if my father loved the movie, I'm probably gonna hate it. I'm probably not gonna like it because our taste in movies is not very similar. We got not so similar taste in movies. So if I remember correctly, yeah, The Abyss was one of those movies that he was like, oh, this is a good one, and so I'm kind of like I've always kind of stood away from it. I don't even like it. I never even bought it. I don't think I'm even on VHS. I don't think I've ever even owned it. But it's part of this James Cameron thing, this James Cameron conspiracy that everybody's all messed up about. They're like, oh, we're not happy with this, we're not happy with that, but yet again, everybody's buying them. I have no idea why. But the prices are nuts, okay? True Lies price is crazy. Aliens price is crazy. The Abyss price is crazy. And even Titanic, he didn't even do much to that. That was just a 4K release. And I still can't find that thing. And I've been hunting for a while now, and I'm trying to find it. I want to pay less than $20 for it. I don't want to pay more than $20. I know it's 4K, but it's the Titanic. Okay, I got it on Blu-ray. The bottom line is I prefer the VHS. You know why I prefer the VHS? I used to when I had the VHS, I used to just put in VHS 2. Okay, and I knew exactly where I was going. Okay, in VHS 2, the ship be going down. Okay, and that's sad to say, but that's the best part of the movie. The whole beginning part, the whole love story and the dancing and all that stuff like that. And, that's notebook stuff. Okay, I'm not notebook stuff in that. You know what I mean? But when the ship finally hits the iceberg and everything, then you're at the edge of your seat. Like, what's gonna happen next? So I remember very clearly that VHS tape number 2 was the sinking, I believe it stops, and then all of a sudden you got the guy, it's like, it's iceberg, and then all of a sudden that's where cassette tape number 2 starts. Yeah, I know I'm gonna get a lot of comments about that. Listen, people died, and what's wrong with you? And listen, I know it's a movie based on a true story, but if I'm gonna watch the movie, I prefer to you know that it was loosely based on a true story. There's no precious stone at the bottom of the ocean. Okay, loosely based. Okay, good story and everything, loosely based. Okay, and I just always preferred VHS tape number 2. I like when the guy screams iceberg and it hits the iceberg, and the next thing you know, you get the flooding and how they're gonna get out. And then it's action packed, and you don't know what's going on. And then you get to the end, and you always go crazy because you're looking at that girl, and you're like, damn it, that I know that door would stay afloat if, listen, little Leonardo DiCaprio didn't weigh that much. He could have climbed up on top of that girl's back, laid perfectly flat on her back. He would have been saved. He would have made it out of there alive. But she would not scooch over. She didn't even try. She didn't even. If I remember correctly, it was like, I don't think both of us can go on. But you didn't give that the effort. Okay, you didn't put a lot of effort into it. There was other things floating around too. I don't know. I don't understand. Listen, I wasn't there. Thank goodness. And I don't know how to swim anyway. So I definitely would have been dead. I probably would have dressed like a woman and hopped in one of the woman boats or whatever. But like, hey, look at me. I'm a woman and I got a child, and maybe I get like a doll or something and put it under my thing, maybe, you know, something like that, and be that's just me. I definitely want to be that guy hanging onto the door, going, listen, and then just float to the bottom of the abyss. You know what I'm talking about? There's that word again, the abyss. And with that said, my friends, thank you so much for stopping by. Yeah, blow out of here video. I'm gonna give you a big shout out. You've been doing a great job. Keep getting it. I don't know where you're getting your physical media from. Keep getting it, because I'm going to keep buying it, because I trust you. And when I trust somebody, we build a relationship. I keep going. I keep going. I'll keep purchasing. And with that said, my friends, thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate you, and I will see you later. You should have saved me some.